Sups up everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the top mistakes made by people who are now past level 40 in Tower of Fantasy. Now, these tips actually are quite detrimental to your progression, not currently, but for the most part down the line. And some of them are definitely more severe than others. However, don't worry, if you're watching this video and you take action now, you can still fix some of these problems and make sure that your account is going to be cruising the weeks and months that are coming very soon. So without further ado, make sure to like, subscribe if this video ends up being helpful, and correct some of these mistakes for you. Let's get into the first mistake, which I also think it's going to be one of the most detrimental ones, is excessively farming the joint operation, especially using your joint chips to boost drops as well. I understand now that we're level 43, you're able to get gold drops. However, do understand that the likelihood of those gold drops, I mean, even the purple drops are not guaranteed. So gold drops are right now still very rare, and to be burning through your vitality every single day on joint ops, on top of that using your boosting chips to also further increase the drop rate just to try to get that little bit of benefit just for that 1 in 100 chance of getting a certain drop, it's quite wasteful. And currently there are things that have opened up for us that really require your vitality and resource investment, right? Primarily I'm talking about the Interstellar Gates. The Interstellar Gates also have changed since we've passed level 40 and now offers gold drops. And let me tell you guys, these gold drops are going to be invaluable for you as you continue leveling up your weapons. You'll quickly realize that they will require legendary upgrade materials, which are the gold materials. And if you are burning all of your vitality in joint operations, you will hit a brick wall where you cannot level up your weapons anymore. And this is going to be a big problem because the more people that are farming joint ops and not preparing for these huge walls of material gating, you're gonna bring down the general experience of pubs. Right now, if I do a random pubs for Frontier, there's a good chance that we can't even clear all of the waves. I mean, this is only at level 40. Remember, the game is going to continue ramping up in difficulty, and if you are already falling behind when it comes to gear and resource management, you're going to only find it increasingly more difficult, and this problem compounds with more people who are farming joint ops now. Then eventually you level up to 50, 55, 60, and you can't keep up your weapons anymore. It's like, damn, now I gotta drop a bunch of vitality to go farm for these gold materials, which then I can push my weapons up further. This can all be avoided if right now you guys already start grinding out those Interstellar Gates, which leads us to our next mistake: not sharing your 2 and 3 star Interstellar Gates with the community. Now, this could be just your friends, this could be your crewmates, or this could just be your general community in the recruit tab. If you click your Interstellar Gates, there's a button that says recruit, and you can share your gate with everybody. Make sure that everyone has a chance to get in on those sweet rewards. You don't really lose out on much, and this will only boost your server's overall power level. No matter how minuscule this may seem, if everybody does it, or at least the majority of the people on your server ends up doing this, you're going to elevate the general server's quality of gear as we continue hitting newer and higher level thresholds. Okay, so don't farm joint ops, farm Interstellar Gates, and make sure to prioritize those 3-star gates and maybe even the 2-star gates when it comes to recruiting others. Never just go into these by yourself. You can do it for your 1-star ones, but 2 and 3 stars, try to share the love and the good RNG. Okay, followed by that is playing through all of your ruins and story mode when you still have a ton of exploration to do. Now, I kind of understand some people not wanting to do exploration, but there's many problems with this, and it just is in no way, shape, or form worthwhile to skip out on exploration, especially Astra, Banges, and even Navia. I think nowadays it's pretty easy to smash these out. They're all unlocked. You can get them to 100% if you want to, and even the newer regions are slowly unlocking. You're gonna get a ton of summon, ton of dark crystals, and just overall EXP along with more stamina. Now, this is going to be so damn important. Exploration gives you more than just summons and currency. Actually boost up your stamina through these weird mushrooms that you get for completing certain percentages of the map. Now, this directly ties into your DPS potential, because for many DPS characters, using Samir as a great example, you are going to have to burn through your stamina bar. And there was somebody who was asking me, well, how come I burn through mine so damn quick? I can't sustain my myself in the air and charge up my team's discharge abilities, because I just can't really sustain that DPS environment. My stamina just depletes immediately, and that's because they likely haven't done the exploration to get those staminas. Now, people, understand if you're like not up for the exploration aspect, it's boring, it's tedious, and it's just not fun for you. However, with Tower of Fantasy and how much they've tied important rewards to exploration, it's definitely something that you cannot overlook, especially the longer you play the game and the higher level you become. Who knows, there may be certain future amazing skill combos with newer characters that requires a ton of stamina to perform and perfect, and you don't have enough. So make sure to cut down on the story mode and the ruins. They're always going to be there, they're not going anywhere, and they give a ton of EXP, so don't overcap on that. Do exploration and move your account upwards collectively when it comes to resources and goodies overall. Okay, moving on to the next mistake, and that is for people who are sitting here right now ignoring weapon awakenings. 4,000 points will take a long time to farm up, people, and this stuff is mostly done in the form of dailies, meaning every single day you're not grinding out these awakenings. It takes less than 5 minutes. It takes less than 3 minutes in my opinion. So you should just log on, knock them out. You go to the black market in Banges, and then you go to this one is called Cetus Island, and there's this claw machine, I believe somewhere either over here or over here. There's a claw machine somewhere on this island. I have a video talking about it as well. Okay, farm those awakening points. There's dailies and there's also weeklies, so make sure to get on this ASAP. Now, the next point is directly calling out those people who have a 0 at least at 1 star. And this mistake is not utilizing your 1 star 0 to AFK farm. There's a ton of cool things you can do with a 1 star 0, having his little orb spin around and killing either beehives, collecting honey, or farming rare mounts just completely AFK. If you guys haven't gotten on this or haven't came across how to do this, I'll quickly show you guys on screen here. So if you take 0, you jump and dash 5 times. If you have 1 star 0, you can heal when these orbs get in contact with the enemies, which is actually the most important part. If you don't heal, you can't AFK for very long. You can probably AFK for a couple minutes, but you're going to end up dying. But if you have 1 star 0, you're going to be able to heal passively, which allows you to just sit and park your character here forever. I got like an entire bar's worth of EXP already just from AFK 0 farming. Along with that, I believe I have a ton of honey as well. If you guys see, I have like 2,500 plus honeys already collected, and they're going to be important in the future when it comes to cooking. So it's just, if you have a 1 star 0, this is free stuff. You don't know when they're going to patch it. If this is a bug, they're like, oh no, we never meant for this to happen, and they patch it down the line. You can reap your benefits right now. Okay, free stuff, why not? Followed by this is people who are ignoring matrices. This is a pretty big mistake that I've seen, because of course I understand people want to min-max and they want to get the best that they can get, and then they're like, oh, why would I level up blue or purple ones? It's such a waste. But I'm sure you guys already feel it. Enemies have started to get a little more difficult, and they will only continue to get more and more difficult to kill. Waiting to farm and level up gold matrices will hurt your DPS a lot. I mean, take what you can for now and just use it. Gold matrices will come eventually. For some, it will come sooner, and others, it may take months to get the right set. Imagine being level 60 and still cheaping out on matrices. You're going to struggle, right? Furthermore, remember that people are going to get stuck once gold weapon upgrade materials are required, because they are mass farming joint ops right now, like I said in my first tip. So going forward, you really have to pull your own weight in pubs, or you're not going to clear certain content, and there's a good chance you might even get wiped out at level 50 or level 60 joint operations. Now you want to collect as much power as you can. Eventually, when you get these gold matrices, you're going to be able to transfer these older matrices that are outdated right into your gold matrices, and the EXP will transfer over for the most part. Don't handicap yourself in a game that is getting increasingly difficult. Level up some matrices, especially some of the purple ones that give pretty decent set bonuses. You're going to need every bit of help you can get going forward. Now on to the next mistake, which is people who level up way too many weapons. I've seen people have close to 2 sets of weapons, which just kind of makes no sense, especially since they already have a really powerful set, and on top of that, they just built a niche set to play around with. Now, I'm all for people trying new things. However, trying to equalize every single weapon, all 6 of them, at the same level, it's just going to cost you way too many resources. You will run out of gold and materials quite fast if you are trying to max out 2 sets of weapons. Currently, you only need weapons leveled up for PvE content, and leveling your Meryl, Zero, Coco, King, Samir, and Nemesis will mean that none of them are going to keep up with future content scaling, which goes back to the same mistakes. These all tie in together. Okay, so people, don't tunnel too hard. Pick 3, maybe 4 characters you can kind of prioritize and switch them out here and there. But going into 2 full teams right now is going to be incredibly difficult. And trust me, give it another week or 2 and you're going to realize you start struggling really bad because you can't keep up with all 6 weapons anymore. We just simply don't get that much resource to allow this, especially for low spenders and free-to-plays. Alright, final mistake is staying too fixated on the current meta. While meta is extremely helpful, tunneling too hard as the game moves towards the next update, which, depending on what new characters we get, could mean an entirely new meta shift. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but most of these standard characters are going to get outdated relatively quickly, so it's probably in your best interest to kind of take this slow and build what you have right now and just enjoy the game. Probably do some more research, see what characters are coming out in the future, see how they play, see if you enjoy that, and maybe you can jump on the bandwagon right at the get-go and not have to wait for weeks before you finally get the character off pity, and by then we're likely already starting to move into another meta or other DPS options and support metas or healing metas, whatever they have in store for us. Okay, preparation is going to be king in this, and play what you truly enjoy because they all get outdated eventually. With that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, urge you all to stay safe and peace. Bye.